Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Claudian. A difficult task to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers to go around. I mean, I can solve this all right now if you let me. Just listen. It's crazy, dude. A mother's touch is the... Yeah, hell yeah it is. Alright, here we go. Let's get wacky. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. Little, we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely on your shoulders. Can you handle it, dude? Boop, boop. God, I know, I shall cast him. This guy should have just been like, attack and dethrone God? For me, it was Tuesday. It's a burden I'm used to carrying. Objections, no. Concerns, yes. I like it's a burden I'm used to carrying. Like, shit, this happens all the time. I don't need to be a badass and say God or no. I shall little doesn't say shall. I imagine so. Ever have we relied upon your skill at arms? And we all appreciate Little's willingness to fling himself into the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. Yeah, that sounds like La Habrea. The same goes for you, Little. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in La Habrea. Oof, that's a first. And prepare for the battle to come. Look how far. Who thought we'd be here? Not me. Before we face Athena, I must know. Oh wait, was this Ericthonius the entire time? Whoops. If she had never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us put them out of our mind. There's something we must discuss, and I would not do so as La Habrea, but as father to his son. I have a few more questions, but I'm going to let this play out before I even attempt to try and solve them. Because we're on that, like, I ask a question and then the next scene, it's answered. So I'm just going to let it play out. They're just giving answers. And I am so here for it. Athena maintains absolute control over this place. Beyond the gate, she has doubtless built herself an abode worthy of a god, and now awaits the arrival of her supplicants. For now, we place our trust in you. The rest must wait until we have Athena before us. Right now, Athena must be the sole focus of your attention. She shall not hesitate to exploit any weakness she can, sense even. Oh boy, here we go. You know what's awesome about this? when you think about what this battlefield looks like, it does have the same vibe as Ultima. Like in her, like, my perfect utopia, like that shit. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. My nose itches so... I hate allergies. Oh my god. Come on. There's the creepy eyes in the background.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Amazing. I don't know if it's an exact... Like, I have to assume this is the case. I have to assume this is Ultima connected, right? Those angels aren't the exact angels, but, you know, that's close. Yep, this is a Final Fantasy boss, all right. Holy shit! What is this song? Getting such strong Ultima vibes. Now that I know this shit, like this, that's all I can see. Ow, ow. What is this? I don't know what to do. Save me, Jeebus.
You cannot escape my revival.
Yo, remix. I wonder what the lyrics to this one are. Probably some insane, I'm a god, and you're not a god.
New chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
What the? We just got hit with a galaxy. Yo, good luck to everyone who's going to have to do this on Savage next week. Good luck, you big goobers. What the shit? Okay, that's not what I expected to happen at all. So basically, this song features both songs from the previous tiers. fascinating. Oh, Lord. But I like that it weaves the two bits, because in the last, at the end of the last raid tier, that dungeon had, oh, what the shit? That dungeon had the red and the blue mixing DNA in the background, and I think that's kind of fun. That the idea that this one would be a mix of the two, like that kind of shit. I don't know what the hell this song says, but that lyric definitely was, I create and I manipulate your kind, which is interesting as lyric. But also, that's some Ultima dialogue right there. All you like, no God can hear you. That is the thing. Uh-oh, what are we doing? Okay, that's what we're doing. Get away from me! Well, I'm dead. Kill this lady! Yeah, her face is very Ultima-y. Look, I'm latching onto that. That's my new favorite lore tidbit. I'm gonna I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. Oh, caring pays off in a way that's unexpected and not like after years of playing games where caring gave you nothing. After a year of being a fan of things where caring gave you nothing, caring about something paid off. And I'm so pleased in ways that I didn't think I'd be pleased. And here we are. Ooh, alright, first off, mead. But also, wind up Athena. Ooh. 6. Alright, I see how it is. That 93 though, pass. 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 Alright, and now, hey, lady. Look at this. Look at this guy. This is Stydian looking. Get out of here. You're dusted. Don't set her on fire. Lady, you're dusted. It is she who can burn the... Who hasn't rolled yet? Let's go, roll dudes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What did I win? What, if anything, did I win? A4, that's nice. But I didn't win anything else, huh? That's the story of my life. All right, cool. I gotta come back and fight her again, I guess, to get Lady Athena. Little Athena. Countless years I have waited within that stifling crystal, and now when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena? At the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? Matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. How unlike you, Erechthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. Oh, she cuckoo bananas. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards, that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it? In that, I'm no different from our peers. Over the course of eons, how many creations have we wrought, since creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion? Or such creatures. Even without our meddling, nature would take the selfsame course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Oversight made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have created them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right do you have to pass judgment? You are but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends here. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Erechthonius, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like any tool I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design? You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet, here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You're more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, if this star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. I've seen that spell somewhere before. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, La Habrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed eons to find its home in another, one whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memory seize this chance to follow suit, they may resound enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know. If I can rouse his soul, perhaps I will disrupt Athena's hold, It's the best chance we have. My whole life, others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Thank God the cast time on this thing is forever. Ericthonius, do not dare! No, stop this! Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own, and I've found my true family. Bitch! Hit her with the light. My power wanes. This vessel rejects me. What is happening? Athena's magics should be impotent with no body to fuel them. Precisely. Athena was the sole force holding this space around Pandemonium together. Now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Little's final resting place. Oh, my enemies are now my friends and they're saving my life! Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, burying you under its weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. And who made me that way? Damn! Damn! That's some generational trauma right there. Oh, shit. Damn. Questions, and more questions. Why did Claudian set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes up soon. Oh. At least on the surface, Professor Claudian appears unharmed. We must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. Although Erechthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back at this moment, not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look over Professor Claudian and ensure that there is no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest. I will not take a no for an answer. How on earth am I even gonna... I don't... well... 0 slots in my inventory. It's a thing. It's a thing! You know what? I'm just gonna... I don't even know what. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Well, let's see what the mission is first. Yeah. Pray, rest while you can, yeah. Guided by the past. Oh boy, what are we about? It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague, Nimgigi, was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Ascians, La Habrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent that there was no evidence connecting the Ascian to myself. Yet, I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world. I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Ascian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? I mean, I can't be certain is the nice answer here. But, like, yeah, you're him, dude. Yeah, I guess you have to say it, right? I see. If you say it is so, then there's no reason to disbelieve it. These Ascians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the Sundered Worlds. I've heard but a small number of their deeds, and still I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances, although the ages may take their toll. My devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. It appears Claudian has awakened. Little, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea. Erichthonius' memories of you dwell within me still. Well, that's a win. Through unyielding discipline, you hope to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated. I cannot speak anymore. Reading out loud finally taking its toll. I too am dissipating into ether. I'm just fading away. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At least I will heal no more. Though you may possess Erichthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of the Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Brea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. What are we gonna... However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I've said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. Those odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Or these. Boy, I can't read anymore. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? While Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter, I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. that is left is to return to Pandemonium and ask La Habrea to shed light upon its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. I too shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest, and there is a matter I would discuss with you and Themis before we say our farewells. Rusinode and I shall return to Emporia and make our report to Master Fortuno at once. Oh, where to begin? I believe we've yet to see the full effect of these events will have on the ethereal sea. Once Professor Claudian recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation. Traveling back in... Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Let's go here. I thought a thing was going to happen that didn't happen, but now I'm like, should it happen? Questions, questions, questions. Oh, well, look at it. At least it's back to, like... Hey, Gemini, how you doing? You must be little. I am a Gemini, keyword of Anabaseios. But I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, though I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightfully say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I'm taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Awesome, 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 awesome. Although I'm not sure why they kept it so creepy. Like, they really were like, you know what? Keep the vibe. And Athena would build all of this. This isn't all she's left behind. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the combination of the two. There's the red and the blue, and I thought that was kind of neat. No more creepy eye in the background, though. Little! I didn't expect to see you again so soon, but 'tis always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with the Gemini and the other warders on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. Little, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. Seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers, bro. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We braved Pandemonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemithoi, yep. Thus, we are able to restore Hegemony's mind and body. Yet there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace, and the tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, and the other is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Stay here. This will be over soon.
Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed.
You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword, now that Agdistis is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one that came with no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. Stop.
That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair.
There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a Hemitheus, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hesperos and Agdistis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and warder alike were uneasy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemony, none would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision of Pandemonium, but Athena's.
Master La Habrea, whatever spurned this sudden accusation? I assure you there is proper explanation. What are you doing, La Habrea?
Do not approach! As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so, I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight. Engrave it upon your soul. You now bear witness to the true La Habrea. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she will remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow pandemonium to divert my focus. Hegemony, I would ask you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to oversee this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus's. This part is of no consequence. Oh, the part. Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. And I shall go on to become a right bastard. La Habrea himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation and thinks not twice once his judgment is sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. Yeah, this is fine. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk it with him. I will allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. Cool. I would not ask you to say the same, little. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yet yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction.
Master La Habrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt. I shall not fail him again. Hephaestus and La Habrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future.
If not for you, my long-slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would never have been forced to reconsider my true nature. Yet, as I said, do not consider this an admission of debt. Now, I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer, and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recalcitrant subjects.
I'm gonna beat you 2 times. Twice is how often I shall beat you. Woo! You can tell when you've been reading for 5 hours straight. Blah, 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 blah. I got tongue twisters. I got words popping in my head. I'm adding words to sentences. This is rough. This is rough. I'm speaking in tongues. I need to go back to dragon speak. I need to become a
Vals tu, sis a tu. I know.
I'd be good at it.
Ichuta eta solo.
Right? Dragon speak.
Ajuda cumpato solo. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
I could basically be everyone in Jabba's palace. I hope we get what I think we're gonna get. I don't know. I would love that. I would love one last bit of closure. Ah, you are returned. I should like to hear of what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, Little. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience. Namely, those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Azisla. Doubtless, its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erechthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, you were unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed. It was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to hear the whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Erechthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erechthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth to Azisla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I deduced that. That's part of my video. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we paint the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice of the crystal belonged to the person from whom your soul originated, well, not even the most brilliant researcher could have come to that conclusion.
Yeah!
Your reassurance means more than you know, thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Erichthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Erichthonius' memories and such magical talents, as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together?
Hell yeah.
I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not won out yet. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it'll take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I've resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man, like my dear friend, will come along. One with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now, how many souls he has saved, and how many beasts he has slain since we last met. Or last we met, whatever. Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Little, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please, make haste. I repeat. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me. And now we come to this. I was so convinced when he said I'm gonna be the I thought he was gonna be the Watcher. I was like, oh, but I guess that's not the case. But still, for a brief moment, you clearly saw it because I was like, but no. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Oracite yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for this No, bro! Destroy it! Don't put... I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire Star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness. Well, that's not... I'm sure that'll be fine. I'm sure that'll be fine. And not something that we have to deal with, like, 3 expansions from now. Before I do any quest turn-in stuff, oh my sweet god. What am I even gonna do right now? What can I get rid of? 1 sandworm fang. Oh, but that sells good. This is the worst. Alright, let's go Chocobo Saddlebag. And then we'll go crate, letter, stack of stuff.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare.
They gave him a voice. Oh, oh, they really did come. They saved me. They saved me from myself.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Oh.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel. You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandemonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way. Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future, and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that selfsame spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other. How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, Look. The light.
All right, you're all free from chat jail. Oh, this is why I should just keep reading. This is why I should just read. Every time they actually have real voice acting that's good, I'm like, stop crying, me. Why they gotta do that? With matters settled and memories of events still fresh in my mind, I think soon I'll begin the record-keeping process. This time I saw everything with my own eyes, a perspective which will be great use when I sit down to write my reports. How goes the investigation? Looking ahead to Professor Claudian's eventual return, I'm doing my utmost to keep careful and up-to-date records of everything that's transpired. That way, we can resume our research as if no one had mysteriously disappeared without a trace. Of course, circumstances being what they are, I've had little time to go back and review my work. Okay. Oh, there's this guy too. My own research and studies have fallen by the wayside in Professor Claudian's absence. My thesis remains unwritten, and its deadline looms on the horizon. Welcome back, Little. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I would never hope to repay. I could never hope. This is why they need to just pay the voice actors to read all the lines. I'm over here. I got watery eyes. I've been talking for the last X number of hours, 6 hours. Just, you got money. You got the money. Have them do all the voices. Shit. As La Habrea said, I'm not Ericthonius, yet I bear part of him inside me. And I shall do what I can to follow the traces he left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I'm ready to pursue my research with a fervor, the likes of which I don't like that. Suddenly you're like, I really want to study this weird artifact. Uh-oh. Doubtless, I have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that... I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder if this is going to play a role in the next expansion at all, or is this going to be something later we'll deal with? Very curious. Also, how dare you? I cleared up all these spaces? Awesome jail. Great job. All right. With both the Ethereal Sea and the Heart of Sabi to keep my mind occupied, I feel that I shall never lack for fascinating discoveries to motivate my work. What do you know of Thavnair connection to the ore site? Ah, that topic has been keeping us quite busy as of late. Nemgigi and Rusino have been great help in making sense of all these fabulous tales. I shall call them at once so we can share our findings thus far.
Our research into the heart of Sabik has led us through many magnificent legends and tales from bygone civilizations, some of which mention, or at least hint at, the presence of Athena, Orsite, and the High Seraph Ultima. While we have formed an operating theory based on our findings, it is impossible for us to confirm its feasibility. Given your experience with the High Seraph, however, I can think of no one better with whom to discuss it. Although we know not the precise timing of the High Seraph's visit to the star, we do know that Athena somehow came into possession of a mysterious crystal said to be the source of the destructive magic known as Ultima. According to La Habrea, it was Athena who gave this crystal the name of Orsite, and from her tireless research was born the Heart of Sabik. The Heart of Sabik contained not only Athena's memories, but a concentration of ether unlike anything we have observed. Even a small portion of it could level mountains. It did, in fact, level Castrum Meridionum not so long ago. Records of your previous encounter with La Habrea imply that the heart was, for a time, in the hands of the Allegan Empire. Doubtless it was the Ascian himself who gifted it to them, thus sowing the seeds of calamity. The Allegans made little progress towards penetrating its mysteries, but some scholars attribute the fact that they were able to use it at all to theoretical encounters between Alleg's researchers and the High Seraph. Regardless of its journey, however, we do know that the Heart of Sabik returned to La Habrea's clutches soon after the fourth umbral calamity. The rest hardly bears going over again. Tracing the legends of Orsite back to their source suggests that the High Seraph may be the cause of countless tragedies, including our most recent one. Regardless of the Orsite's source, however, it was Athena's bottomless ambition that set the wheels of tragedy in motion. I found one of La Habrea's remarks most odd. When we were discussing Athena, he said that he was a fool to think she could be confined. He didn't elaborate on the statement, but I think there's a possibility that Pandemonium was built not as a prison for failed creations, but to contain his very own wife. Damn, dude! We already know he was well aware of the influence Orsite had on Athena. It is not beyond the realm of possibility that Pandemonium's true purpose was to keep her isolated from the other ancients. Even so, she had freedom enough to continue her research outside of La Habrea's purview. Perhaps it was his love for her that kept him from tightening his grip on her activities. Tying all the lore up in a nice, neat bow. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I love that they were like, you know what? Yes. We're gonna explain Ultima. Yes, that's what we're doing. Is there another thing? How goes your research? Maybe there's something else over here.
Yeah.
The more we try to make sense of what happened, the more my mind ties itself in knots. It'll take weeks, dare I say months, to navigate this maze of questions. I may have to suggest that Professor Claudian hire more assistance. This new? With Athena's research put to decisive end, things around here have returned to what one could almost call routine. But even so, we are as busy as ever. The ethereal sea must be analyzed thoroughly for any adverse effects. Yup. And the professor wants to analyze the Heart of Sabik. Stop. Although no trace remains of Athena's memories, there is yet power inside the crystal, and it still possesses the same corrupting influence of Orsite. Cool. Naturally, as the most qualified to do so, it falls upon us to plumb its depths. Knowing the heart's history, and the history of other crystals like it, the prospect does fill me with some dread. But not so much as to overpower my sense of curiosity. So long as we move forward with courage and caution, I am sure our findings can prove to be a boon to the scientific community and perhaps society at large. We are all doomed. At a future patch, I want everyone to come back here to this moment. In some sort of future patch, we are totally screwed. It is over for us. This guy, he doesn't get text. He gets this. Small talk. Well, I'm back to my days of fetching documents and assisting with various other errands. Well, I'm glad Professor Claudian is back safe and sound. Short vacation would have been much appreciated. Cool. Alright, so basically a stone that can corrupt even the Ascians. Yeah, this should be fine. This should be fine. Although, for those who aren't aware, basically Ultima in the Evilise raid is a deity that comes to the planet and people like build a monastery around her and she like corrupts people and whatever. The reveal, of course, is that she's not a beautiful angel. She is like straight up an outer god of like space and hell. She's an alien with like fucked up mouths and tentacles and shit. And I am totally okay. I am totally okay if that is like a future plot thing. Where it's like, look, you've been to space, there's other life out there, and whatever the hell she is, there's more of them. Like, I'd be okay with that. That'd be cool as shit. You think we're gonna get a Genova? That'd be wild if it was like Genova showed up. That'd be crazy as shit. Yeah, they always leave a little bit of a plot line open. Good for them. Good for them.